Hey friends, today I'm going to hit you with something so shocking that after this, you will never look at a mirror the same way again. Every morning you wake up, go to the bathroom, look at your face in the mirror, and think, yeah, that's me. Wrong, not completely, but not entirely right either. You have never, not even once, seen your exact, physically perfect face. Not in a mirror, not in a selfie, not in a passport photo. Never in the way physics defines reality. This isn't spirituality, this is physics. And now, I'm going to give you 7 proofs, one after another. Each one will shift the way you see yourself. Let's go. You think the mirror swaps your left and right? Not exactly. Physicist Richard Feynman explained it simply. A mirror doesn't flip left-right, it flips front-back. Here's how. You're facing north. The mirror is also facing north. The mirror takes your nose and points it south. That's it. The left-right confusion. That's your brain trying to imagine the reflection turning around to face you. So what you see in the mirror is not raw reality. It's your brain's interpretation of it. If an exam asks, does a mirror reverse left and right? Say no. It's depth inversion. Easy points. Now you might say, okay, fine, but aside from that, it shows me correctly, right? Not perfectly. Whether it's a high-end optical mirror or a normal bathroom mirror, every mirror's surface under a microscope is slightly uneven. When light reflects off your face and hits that surface, that tiny roughness can scatter light just a little. Result, your skin texture, pores, fine wrinkles can appear slightly softened or altered. So what you see is an approximation, not a perfect physical map. Common person tip, if you feel, I don't look good in the mirror, remember, the mirror itself is not a perfect instrument. This one will really get you. The face you're looking at right now, it's not exactly your present face. It's a tiny fraction of time in the past. Light travels incredibly fast, but not infinitely fast. From a mirror about 1 meter away, it takes a few nanoseconds to reach your eyes. That means what you see is a slightly delayed version of you. Now think, different parts of your face are at slightly different distances. So technically, they come from slightly different moments in time. So what you see as a single now is actually a blend of tiny time differences. This is a simple, real-life glimpse of how timing in physics isn't always perfectly uniform. Let's go deeper. Even if we ignore time, colors still aren't perfect. Most mirrors use a thin layer of silver or aluminum. These materials don't reflect every wavelength of light equally. Some colors are reflected slightly more than others. That means the colors you see in the mirror are very close to reality, but not perfectly exact in a scientific sense. Different mirrors, slightly different color rendering. So which one is the true color? In physics and perception, color is not just an object. It's something your brain constructs from light. Photographer insight. That's why cameras also show different skin tones. They interpret color using algorithms. Now let's touch the quantum side, carefully. When you look in the mirror, you're detecting photons that bounced off your face. In quantum physics, interactions like this mean energy and information are exchanged at very small scales. So in a very technical sense, observing something always involves interaction, not passive viewing. However, this doesn't mean your face suddenly becomes a cloud that collapses just because you looked at it. Instead, a better way to understand it is, at the microscopic level, reality is always dynamic and constantly changing. So the face you observe is a continuously evolving physical system, not a perfectly fixed object. Takeaway. There isn't a single frozen version of you. There are always tiny physical changes happening. Now forget physics for a second. Even your own brain doesn't show raw reality. The image on your retina is upside down. Your brain flips it. It adjusts brightness, contrast, and color. It even fills in missing details using memory. What you see is a reconstruction, not a direct feed. That's why you look different when you're tired versus confident, not just because your face changes, but because your perception changes too. In neuroscience, perception is often described as a best guess built by the brain. Now you might say, fine, mirrors aren't perfect, but cameras show the truth. right? Not exactly. Lens effects. Different parts of the lens distort slightly. Color processing. Cameras estimate colors using algorithms. Perspective. Close selfies exaggerate features like the nose. Compression. Images lose fine details. So your photo is also an interpreted version, not absolute reality. If someone says, "You look different in photos," they're actually right, because every camera captures you differently. So tell me, what is your real face? Is it the mirror version, the camera version, the version your brain builds, or all of them combined? From a physics point of view, your face is a reflected image, a slightly delayed signal, a perception shaped by the brain, and a physical system constantly changing over time, not a single fixed picture. So next time you look in the mirror, don't just ask, "Do I look good or bad?" Ask something deeper. What version of me am I seeing right now? Because the mirror doesn't show the absolute truth. It shows what physics allows you to see and what your brain allows you to understand. And that means one thing. You are far more complex than any mirror, any photo, or any single image can ever capture. Thank you.